Back when I lived in the greater Grand Rapids area, one of my favorite places to go for food was a place called Yesterdog. Yesterdog is a place that specializes in hot dogs. You usually wind up having to drink the hot dog by the time you're done with it, with all the chili sauce and it getting soaked into the bun, and oh, it's so good, and now I'm hungry. We're going to say, for the sake of argument today, that their menu consists of only 4 items. Those four items are the classic Yesterdog, the chili cheese dog, a variety of chips, and sodas from a fountain. So the corresponding prices are $1.85, $2.25, $1 for chips, and $1.50 for drinks, but you get free refills on the drinks, so you might as well get one. Now, I'm bringing this up because any place that has a menu such as this one can actually model orders using matrix multiplication. As such, we can set up a 4x1 matrix describing the prices of these 4 items. So we got the Yesterdog, the chili cheese dog, the bag of chips, and the drink. So Yesterdog will model as 1.85. Chili cheese dog will model as 2.25. The chips will be simply 1, and the drinks will be 1.5. Now, with that said, if you have somebody who orders these items and we model it using a row matrix, then multiplication of the row matrix times this column matrix will tell you how much the person is paying for their meal. However, you don't go to Yesterdog just by yourself. You go there with good friends. So I'm going to go today to Yesterdog with my friend Chris Reed, his lovely wife Trisha Reed, and then Professor Friday is going to go as well. What we're going to do is we're going to order some Yesterdog. So keeping in mind that the order is top entry is Yesterdog, then chili cheese dog, then a bag of chips, then a drink, that means that we need to put our order in the same order. So each of the columns will represent each of these things. Now, Chris Reed, he's a pretty skinny guy, but he is also in the U.S. Army National Guard. So we'll say that he gets, we'll say 2 Yesterdogs, 1 chili cheese dog. No chips though. He's just interested in the dogs, and he gets a drink as well. Now, Trisha, she is quite petite. She brought her own water today, so she's not going to need a drink. She does enjoy the chips though. And she's going to get 2 of the chili cheese dogs. Not a huge fan of the onions that come on the Yesterdogs. No big deal. Me, I have no shame whatsoever. I'm a big fat man, so I'm going to go with 3 Yesterdogs, 3 chili cheese dogs, 2 bags of chips, and 1 drink. Free refills on the drink. Otherwise, I would have gotten like 5 of those. Now, when we put that in up here, 1.85, 2.25, 1, and 1.5, then multiplying across a row and down a column, when we multiply these corresponding entries together, we're going to get the total amount that we're spending on our meal. So Chris Reed, he's doing 2 times $1.85, plus 1 times $2.25, plus 0 times $1, plus 1 times $1.50. Trisha, she's going to get no Yesterdogs, so 0 times 1.85. Then 2 times $2.25. You get that bag of chips as well, so 1 times $1, and then 0 times the drinks. And then there's this guy who gets 3 Yesterdogs, 3 chili cheese dogs, 2 bags of chips, we'll say 1 barbecue, and 1 nacho cheese. Yeah, that sounds right. And then $1.50. Now, if we actually go ahead and simplify all of these entries, that'll let us know the total amount that each of us is spending on our meal. Now, the guys at Yesterdog, they're really impressive. They can usually add this stuff up all in their heads. I'm going to see if I can do the same. So here's 370, 470, 520, 520 plus 225. That's going to be 745. Boy, I hope I got that right. Trisha's, I think, is going to be easier because hers is $4.50 plus $1. That's just going to be $5.50. And then there's me. Oh boy, that's $5.55 plus $6.75 plus $2 plus $1.50. So that'll be so 75, 55. So it's $1.30, 12.30, 13.30, 14.30, 15.80. Oh boy, I regret nothing. Yeah, so I wound up spending more on my meal than those two combined. So Chris Reed, about $7.50. Trisha, $5.50. Then me, you know what? Why don't we just make it my treat? I'll go ahead and pay for everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go find some hot dogs because I'm really hungry now.